Now, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin have agreed the Russian S-400 missile system will be delivered to Turkey. The countries made the deal in 2017, and that made Turkey the first NATO member to purchase the S-400 system. The United States expressed its discontent over the deal. CGTN's Dan Ashby has more details.
Well, if the US was hoping that there would be some sign of regret from President Erdogan over the S-400 deal, there was absolutely none. He came out in a press conference with President Putin and said, look, this is a done deal, a done process. If somebody wants to stop it, then they simply can't. That would be undermining Turkey's sovereignty. And he said that it was simply in Turkey's interests and Turkey would make the assessment as to what was best in its country's interest. President Putin also confirmed that they would be delivering the S-400 later in the year, and he had this to say about other deals as well.
Our countries have serious tasks in strengthening the cooperation in the military technical sphere. First of all, we are talking about the completion of the contract implementation to supply Turkey with S-400 Triumph anti-aircraft missile systems. There are some other ambitious projects related to the supply of modern Russian military products to the Turkish Republic.
But a word of caution, this doesn't necessarily mean that Turkey is wholeheartedly pivoting from US, a once traditional ally, to Russia. Many think that Turkey is simply looking for the best deal here. Of course, NATO and the US is still a very important ally to Turkey as well. But what is important to both Turkey and Russia is, of course, Syria, and that's where they are developing this strategic partnership. President Erdogan, before this trip, saying that he wanted to see a new military offensive in northern Syria to take on who he calls terrorists in the north of Syria, and there were talks about that, as well as the problem of Idlib, where Russia and President Putin freely admit that Turkey and Russia simply haven't made enough progress in dealing both with terrorists and the security of the situation. But neither Turkey nor Russia came out with any big statements, any big policy announcements. The negotiations continue. What is clear, though, is that these two countries seem to be getting closer. They have promised to try to quadruple their trade to $100 billion. And what was a strategic partnership just over Syria is fast turning into a friendship and an alliance that they hope will continue for many years to come. Dan Ashby, CGTN, Moscow.